The only way, in my personal opinion, that we're gonna get a culture of MMOs back in the game, like for it to come back with full force, is it's gonna take like 10 years, right? It's gonna have to take like almost like the death of the gaming industry in a small way so that it resurrects. Once people get to the point where they're just like, man, we don't have anything good to play, and finally somebody just bust out with like Anthem 2, then everybody will like rush to it and say it's good, you know, because they finally got something new to play. Then they'll beat it in like 3 days, you know. What we need an AI content creation system where a game has a set of rules like No Man's Sky, and a lot of the content can be procedurally generated rather than an artist having to go in and develop every part. Every piece of armor has to be designed and handcrafted by a team of artists, which takes forever. Like, that's just not, there's just the scalability of that. It's just not really that high. At some point in time, we're going to have to rely on automated tools to create certain things. And you have to refine those tools so that things get better, and it makes it, and it's easier to make these types of things. You can't expect these artists to handcraft every little piece of thing that exists in the game over and over again. Yes. Oh man, bro. You're talking about patience, man. I mean, here's another problem with gaming, modern gamers. You have an increasingly amount of people who can play the game and beat games and rush through the content of a game in like a week's time, versus this like casual gamer on the other end of the spectrum that may come in and play an hour or two and then like log off, right? Because you have that huge, vast difference in player type, it's impossible. You can't expect those type of players to slow down. There are always going to be players who are so vicious at beating these games that the developers aren't going to be able to provide them with content fast enough so that they don't jump around so quick. I really believe that people play games too, like they race through games.